Hi everyone, it's Sonia here. So a while ago I told you that my mother was going to be getting the thing, and I told you that I would get back to you on how that turned out. So that's what I'm here to do. I gotta say a couple things first. Sorry I haven't uploaded since Tuesday. It's been a rough couple of weeks for me to do with my son's school. He was on online school. Maybe I'll do a video one day on how online school is totally unsustainable, but that's another story. But also because of what's been going on with my mom. It's been really hard. Also, I want to say thank you to those of you who support my channel on Patreon, because that's what keeps my channel going. If you become a patron, then you get notified every time I upload or do a live chat. And I do also post extra stuff on there. Also, if you end up liking this video, please don't forget to hit like. And please leave me a comment also. And I really need you guys to do that, because it seems like YouTube and its algorithm really doesn't like me at this point. It's trying to make me disappear. So you can help my channel just by hitting like and leaving a comment. So okay, I'm going to tell you about what happened with my mom. And I feel so oppressed because I feel like, I'm in a bad relationship. Like YouTube is my bad relationship boyfriend, that I have to watch what I say and I have to watch how I look and how I act and what I'm allowed to talk about. I don't remember the last time I felt so oppressed and stifled in my life. I am getting ready to open up some channels on other platforms to let you know, but it's like on my long to-do list. So but coming soon down the road, under construction. Anyhow, so yeah, I hope my bad boyfriend doesn't like give me the boot or something, because I'm going to talk about this. Now, all I'm going to do here is tell you what happened to my mother. I'm just going to tell you, I should be able to say this. She got oh, no, I won't. Oh my God, I have to watch myself. She got the prophylaxis. This was her wish, as represented by her guardian. I mean, she's under guardianship, but she chose that person to make decisions for her for when she wouldn't be able to make them for herself. So whatever the guardian decides, it's as good as if it was her deciding it. So here's what happened. I want to show you a little bit of footage of my mom. I hope this footage isn't like too long and boring for you guys. You can skip forward through it if you're like, yeah, I get the idea. But I really want you to see when I visited her here in December. And we had this little conversation. What you're going to see is that she was able to have a conversation. And yeah, you see that she has difficulty with some areas of memory and the way she expresses herself. But basically, she's coherent and more or less oriented, even though some of it's a little fuzzy. So what do you think of it here?
I don't know. I don't know.
How is it? Are you bored?
No, I'm not bored.
No? Is the food okay?
Yes, I'm so modest. I eat what I get.
Here, we can sit here on the bench.
Yeah. I'm so modest. I eat what they give me, and I always eat it. And I say, it's nice, it's good, that's this. And I'm not a problem.
You're not picky?
I'm not a problem person.
And how about the people here? Are they nice?
So far.
Yeah.
I have no feeling that they're not nicer.
That's good. And you keep busy, like you're doing things here?
I can't do that much. What could I do here?
Do you still do your exercise?
Like what?
You used to do some exercise every day.
Well, sure. I'm always
Exercising?
Yes, exercising, and yeah, I want to do something. I don't want to be getting there, sitting and getting fatter.
Yeah, well, so far that hasn't happened because you still wear all your same clothes. Do you get outside much?
Oh, yes.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you come outside with other people?
Well, I have just a little thing of now.
Little group of friends?
A small one, four perhaps.
Well, that's good.
That's all.
Are they ladies?
Yeah, they're women.
Women?
Yeah.
And so you hang out with them and you talk and stuff?
Yeah.
And
but right now I think I have only 4.
Yeah. Well, when I came in, you were sitting at a table with about 4 other people.
Yeah, that's it.
Or 3 or 4 other people.
This is it.
Oh, well, that's nice. You have some friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so she had her medical procedure the 9th. Yeah, it was Saturday the 9th. I didn't even know because originally we were told it was going to be later, but then they moved it back. So she had it on the Saturday. I came to see her the following day, that was Sunday, the 10th, and I asked her how she was feeling. How do you feel today?
Fine.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, yeah.
No headache?
No.
That's great.
I want to wash my hands.
It's right over there, Mom. So basically she was feeling okay, and then we had some conversation.
Boy, that's nice. That's a new one.
My boots, yeah, they're good ones. It's worth it.
That's what one needs.
Yeah, these are Uggs, and you know why I finally bought them? Because I used to buy the cheap ones, and then they would be destroyed after a year.
Well, I've just while I was in bed thought about that, and then thought, what happened? She had shoes, and they were very quickly gone. I think in a week.
Well, no, it wasn't a week, but it was like every year I had to buy new ones because they would get holes in them.
She seemed a little tired and a little fuzzier than usual, but basically it was fairly similar to the kind of conversations we usually have. I asked the nurse that day because they said 100% of the people in her unit, or I think actually the whole place, almost 100%, they had all had this prophylaxis. And so I asked her, how are they doing? And she said, they're fine. So that was the first day. I came back on Wednesday, and actually she wasn't feeling good at all. And I'm going to show you a little bit of footage, and the thing is, she's talking German, so you won't understand probably what she's saying, and honestly I don't feel like translating at all, but I'll just tell you roughly what the gist of it is. As you see in the footage, she's tired, and she doesn't look very well.
Ein normales Wetter geht, dann kannst du denen auch etwas geben, das verrottet ist, also verrät ist, dass die Kinder wieder ein gesundes Gesicht haben.
Ja, ich soll den Kindern eine Suppe geben?
Mhm.
But the thing that really concerned me was the fact that she just only was speaking German to me and the staff, which is not usual. And the thing about it was, it seemed like she didn't realize when she was speaking English or German, because she could still understand me in English. And if I said, can you still speak English? Or would you answer me in English? She would answer a couple words, but then she'd switch back to German. So that was weird. And also what she's saying in German was pretty incoherent. Like, I speak German pretty fluently. I mean, I couldn't write a university paper in it, but I do okay. And there were a lot of words in there that they didn't belong, or they didn't even make sense. And I had to Google some of them after to see if they were even words. And then Google Translate, when I asked them for German, because I thought maybe it's just me, was telling me that they're only words in Turkish or in Swedish. So basically my mother was really out of it. She was talking in German, and a lot of it didn't make any sense. And she was also complaining of like feeling bad. She tried to tell me she had a headache or something going on in the head, but she used the word widow. Like, I have a widow in my head.
Witwe im Kopf? A widow in your head? You mean you have a headache?
So einen Eisen, so irgendetwas. Etwas anderes als wie das normale.
And then she described something else that it sounded to me like she was saying there was a ball or something, or a lump, you know, in her throat or her stomach. I couldn't understand. But anyway, I got the nurse, and they checked her out. She was in a really bad state. I mean, what I'm showing you here is really just a small part of it, because I'm obviously not going to show you everything about her personal stuff. But it was pretty bad. I was really affected. I was very shocked to see her like that. And I did talk to the nurse about it, and the nurse actually said that everyone, after they had had this medical thing, they were all not right. They were tired, or they had deteriorated. I'll play you a little clip of what she said.
The impression I'm getting from the staff as of the weekend, that they're all under the weather, not acting the same. So
Since they had their shots?
yeah,
Like they're just tired?
some extremely tired. Some of them they're just very slow, like they're not even talking fast like they normally would. And I guess it's different for each resident. So maybe this is the way that it's showing for your mom, like.
Well, I mean, the fact that normally we have like normal conversation,
Yeah.
but she loses track of it.
Yeah.
But today she's only speaking German, and it's all like word salad, you know.
Yeah.
So, and she's telling me she doesn't feel good. She says she feels shaky, and she feels like she has something in her, like with her head, and she's not even able to really express it.
I know what you mean. I talk to her all the time.
You know how
like,
she
yeah,
is.
yeah.
She's really out of it.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's that. That's
well, what else could it be? If they all became like that, just like they had their shot
Saturday, and I haven't been here since Friday, but all the staff was reporting that all the residents on the floors, that seems to be like a common thing, like they're under the weather. So
they're all confused and stuff.
I mean, here a lot of them are confused to begin with, but even still, there's changes in their behavior that we notice that are not their norm.
So I was, very shocked. I was very sad to see my mother like that. I felt like she was in good hands, though the nurses were really great there. But I could see that, like, she was definitely having side effects, and it was affecting her functioning a lot. It was affecting her mind. So I left there, and I felt really brokenhearted and very shocked and like really traumatized. I mean, and some of this is just her dementia, but when you have a loved one who has dementia, they decline fairly slowly. So if you're like me and you're seeing them all the time because you're their family caregiver, you kind of adjust to the decline, like, because it, as it happens incrementally, you adjust, and then if you look back, you go, oh wow, yeah, she was really different 2 years ago. But because you're with her all the time, it's like when you're watching somebody age, you get used to it. But the difference was really dramatic in just a few days, and I was really shocked. Other people in the family who don't see her so often did not understand where I was coming from. They just thought, this is just her disease. But it's like in my heart, I knew that she had deteriorated a lot, like in the span of a few days. So I was very, very crushed. And I just went home hoping that it would be temporary, and that she would, recover and be like she was the week before. So I came back on the Friday, and she had recovered physically. She was no longer feeling unwell, but it was like a big damper was on her. So I prepared her meal for her and like helped her with that. And she had this doll. She was at this point confused about where she was and why she was there, and she was thinking that she had a baby and that she was in a hospital. She couldn't tell that the doll wasn't a real person. So I just went along with it and talked to her about her baby and helped her with her meal. But she was very quiet the whole time. She did speak some English, but the times where we were speaking English, she really just didn't use very many words at all. And then later she spoke to me in German some more. Which we do sometimes speak German, but not that much. It's not the default. And if I'll speak to her in English, she'll usually answer me in English. But anyway, she was speaking German, and she was confused. I was very, very upset, during that time. It had a big impact on me, like, for everything. I lost motivation. I was tired all the time. It was really hard, So then I went to see her again this Friday, just a couple days ago, and asked her how she was doing. And she had perked up a lot. Now she didn't look sick anymore, and she was kind of back to how she usually is.
Mm-hmm. And how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
You're okay?
Yeah.
And look what you have on your wrist. Let's see. She has her beautiful bracelet.
Yeah.
So you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but I'm thinking I'm suffering a bit by feeling that I'm selfish, because you see I have two little children which are all alone, and I should be taking them.
Which little children?
Huh?
Which little children?
Two little girls.
Here? Oh, the two little girls. You mean your?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they're in school.
And they come from school, and every time they came running to me like mother and father.
Oh, they love you. I'm sure they're going to be able to come and see you soon.
I don't know why her voice was a bit scratchy. But she definitely seemed better. Some of her worst symptoms on Wednesday were actually caused by dehydration. Because she wasn't feeling good, she seemed to have forgotten to drink, and that got better with some Gatorade. Also, I was glad to see that no one on her unit had died. But then we went out for a walk, and as we were walking and talking, I realized that she wasn't the same as she was 2 or 3 weeks ago. She has trouble stringing together any kind of coherent dialogue with me. She can't keep track, and she can't find her words. She can't express herself.
Though it's better when my legs, or what are they called, these legs
Yeah.
go in a warmer place
Right.
and never get cold. And then when I come out, have a few minutes of warm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
But it's already cold weather, isn't it?
It is. It is.
What happened with your head, with your back?
My back?
Yeah.
My back is fine.
It's fine,
Yeah.
but you have had a big mess of losing your thing there.
News and my thing and my sorry, what?
You lost it,
What did I lose?
the warmth.
Oh no, I'm fine.
It's like she got worse, you know, but quickly, and it doesn't look like she's gonna go back to how she was before. And I know that people who don't spend so much time with her, they won't see what I see. But you know, it's like when you're with someone every day, when it's your husband or your child, or you're with them a lot, you notice things that people who don't spend that kind of time with them, they don't pick up on, you know?
But you remember being a stewardess, right? Air Canada?
Yeah, I remember, but
Yeah.
I
You don't know if you told them that?
I don't know if I told them that. And you know, when you come out with such a thing that is so big for them,
Yeah.
then it makes a big difference between us.
Oh, so you don't want to tell them all that in case it just
It sounds
you just
like
want
I
to blend
want to
in.
brag.
Oh, right.
Being a stewardess, I've gone all over the world.
Just
and
bragging about it.
Yeah, and
Try not to brag about it.
yeah. What happened with your head, with your back? It's fine,
Yeah.
but you have had a big mess of losing your thing there.
So I know that she's a little worse than she was before. And that's it. I mean, that's all I can say, you know. That's just how it went for her. But I mean, she has dementia anyway. And this kind of progression was going to happen. Is going to happen anyway. It feels like it happened a little more quickly in the last couple weeks. And there's nothing that I could do about any of this, you know. But it was like, with the way the situation is here and with where she lives, everybody was really eager for them to have this treatment because everyone is so desperate for this situation to turn around. And this is the place where it's the worst. And these people are dying, you know, a lot of them. And it's like unstoppable. It seemed like no matter what they did. And since there weren't other treatment, you know, possibilities that were being promoted or pursued so enthusiastically or so zealously, this was the one that was brought to the forefront, and this was what they decided was the best way to try to get the situation under control, and everyone in there pretty much wanted it, and their family members wanted them to have it because nobody can live like this, and they don't want their relatives to die, you know. So it was like, that's how the decision got made. And so that's what happened. And I'm trying to move past it, you know, and just accept. And my mother is probably the one who's the least bothered by all of this, because her memory is so bad, she kind of doesn't keep track. She doesn't remember what's happening. But it's, for all of us, you know, it's harder. It's been like the worst year for someone to need the help of the medical system. The worst year for sick people because they're separated from their families and it's really hard to get help. It's just been horrible. Anyway, I wanted to give you an update. I'm sorry to be so sad today, but that's how it went. And I couldn't just make videos the rest of the week every time I came to, you know, to my computer and try to put my camera on to do something. It was like, I couldn't do it. Anyway, that's it, you guys. I promised you that I would give you an update, so there it is. And I love you all. I'm happy that you're here. I love to see you in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. I care about you guys. So, like, keep me posted. And like I said before, hit the like and leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing also. Thanks again for your support. And thanks for joining me. And God bless you guys. Thanks for listening to me. And I'll see you next time.